Well, time for some more Snakespiration, and today's topic is why do I think people are afraid of snakes? And there's lots of reasons for that. And one, the biggest reason probably in my book, is that snakes are startling. And now, if you're right here, I'm at a gartersnake hibernacula, and of course I'm looking for snakes, and so I'm looking for snakes, so I'm never really startled by them. And I was nervous today, actually, about not finding a snake for you guys to show you guys, because I went out for a run, and I was just going to talk to you guys about why I think people are afraid of snakes. And there's lots of reasons, and like I started, and I'm now got off track because of course I find a snake and my mind goes straight to the snake, and anything else I was doing is I quickly forget it. But why do I think people are afraid of snakes? Well, one, they're startling. That's what I was going to say, is that I was walking through this tall grass here, just right here, and I was looking for snakes. But if you're not looking for them and you see one or it moves, it's going to be quite startling to you. It really can be. And that's true with any animal, though, not just snakes. You run into a spider web. Well, people don't like spiders. Not a good example. But if you have a bad interaction with an animal, a mouse, think of the snakes, the type of animals that people don't really like, bats, rats, those sort of animals, you're going to remember that and you're going to pass that down to other people. So it's these interactions with snakes with an animal that's so different from us that we don't understand at all. That's a huge key in this, is that we don't understand snakes, so therefore they must be bad. Look, have I been bitten? No, I haven't. Well, this is a wandering garter snake, and they're not known for biting, but even if I were to say I will never pick up a venomous snake like this, believe me when I say that, because the risk is just not worth it. But let's say this was a racer or a bull snake, both the snakes that can bite, but I'm not really trying to hurt the snake. Watch, you just let it move through my hands, and of course then I'm not making it afraid of me, and therefore it's not getting defensive. If I start trying to attack the snake and things like that, they get defensive. And so those are people's interactions with them, is they see them and they instantly think, well, we got to kill it, instead of just watching it. And if you watch it, they're quite amazing animals. Look how this thing moves with no arms and legs. It eats with no arms and legs. So it's just pretty impressive that this little snake was just right here. So why other things? Well, the Bible doesn't do much good, doesn't help out a snake's reputation, considering the Adam and Eve story and the snake was the root of all evil. What about apples, though? We still eat apples. So apples didn't get a bad rap in that, but the forbidden fruit, but a snake sure did. And then just other things is that snakes are so different from us. So different. I mean, look at this snake. No arms or legs, yet it can move so gracefully, so quickly. Now, a snake can't outrun you, so don't ever worry about that. So if you see a snake, just take a few steps back, and there's no way it can come and get you. But people just don't understand all these things about these amazing creatures. And that if we really slow down and look at this snake, slow down and look at it, it's beautiful, even though this is a dull drab. Oh, this is a big adult male wandering garter snake. Wow, I thought I would have guessed it was a female with the size of it, but this is an adult male. And that's another question. If you guys want to ask a question for Snakespiration, is how do you tell the difference between a male and female snake? I'll put that one in the bucket, and we'll just go with that. So, why else are people afraid of snakes? It's that lack of understanding. It's that myth. All the myths that snakes are dangerous, that they're attacking. There isn't a snake in the world that's going to attack a human. Which brings me to this whole farce, this hoax of this guy who claims he was eaten by a python. I mean, eaten by an anaconda, and he's going to show that film on Discovery. Not possible. And then also, if he's wearing that suit, he doesn't even taste or smell or look or anything like a prey item. So how in the world is that snake even going to want to eat him? I'm imagining maybe he got the snake to eat his arm or his leg by forcing it to. Now that's forceful feeding. And does that really count? And then he decides that, nope, snakes can't eat humans. And considering he's claiming, self-proclaimed animal lover, that's probably where that story's going, but we'll see, and that's where I'm hoping it's going, instead of this whole farce of him trying to get eaten by an anaconda and then say that the snake can survive it if he gets out and all that. No. Doesn't happen. Snakes don't get that big, for one. I mean, go watch the trailer. His suit is ridiculously, stupidly huge. And so snakes there's no snake that can get that big to eat that. So I'm really curious to see what happens there. It's just not true. But also the media portrays snakes in really bad light. They talk a lot about how they are attacking, how they go after people, and how they kill things. And if you really look at it, there was a neat graphic I saw that U.S. ARC, the Amphibian and Reptile Keepers Association in the U.S., put out, that was really comical, in that snake bites are, the number of deaths from them are so low, it's ridiculous, that they even compared things to like household appliances to killing people, killing more people than venomous snakes. And that's true. If you think about it, you're moving a refrigerator and it squishes somebody and they die of a complication. Well, that's the same thing with a snake bite, but snake bites are more rare than moving refrigerators. So there's really nothing to be afraid of with these things. It's all just a farce, and it's completely irrational for us to have a fear of snakes. Now, I understand it, but with a little education and a lot of understanding, actually not even that much understanding, just understand that, look at this snake. I mean, it's already calmed down and it's checking me out, sticking out its tongue. Oh, forked tongue. That's another reason people probably fear snakes, because of the whole devil image. So I could probably list a lot of things, but you know what? I can explain to someone rationally what those adaptations are for. Venom, forked tongues, no arms or legs, all those things, and turn a snake into a fascinating creature instead of an evil one. And there's no reason that a snake should ever be evil. They just aren't. It's just not in their nature to be evil. They are amazing animals, highly adapted for the lives they live, and critically important to our healthy ecosystems. All right, so that's why I think people are afraid of snakes. And tomorrow's topic is going to kind of come close to home again, in that I don't have the sheets with me because I'm out on a run. I decided to see if I could find a snake for Snakespiration out on a run. And it's going to be, though, when did I realize that I like snakes? And that's a question I get all the time. And you know what? I don't remember, but it's going to be a fun one to try and answer tomorrow. So we're going to let this wandering garter snake go back to his thick grass here, and then we will see you tomorrow. Excellent. And remember, there's nothing to be afraid of about a snake. Take 3 steps back and observe it. They're amazing creatures, and you'll be happy you did.